Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. I hope you guys are ready for a great show, but not before I make an announcement. Last night we had a show where I had to tell people certain things that they didn't want to hear. Now, the reason those things were told is because I was lied to. I don't like to be lied to. I don't lie to you, so don't lie to me. And if you don't think that I don't know that you're lying, you're sadly mistaken. When you log on to a different account and say something about a boyfriend or somebody, you think that you're going to get away with it by changing your name. It's not going to change the reading. I didn't call you out last night because I don't feel that it would be fair. But I also did not find it to be fair that I was being lied to or you trying to deceive me. Those types of readings, take them to somebody else. You want to hear stories? Go to Stephen King. I'm not going to tell you stories. Do I come to your job, lie to your face? I don't. I think it's rude. And I thought it was uncalled for. I went through the show, period. But do not lie. Because Spirit will see that. I saw it and had to call it out, and I felt bad that I had to call it out. Just ask the question as you would want. Get a reading how you should get a reading. If you want to know the truth on something, you're going to get the truth on something. I'm going to tell you something about Spirit, something I've said from the very get-go, going back almost 13 years. Is if you're going to say things that aren't real, say things that don't exist, Spirit is not going to be giving us the answers you're seeking. And it's going to make it that much harder to get the truth for you. I want to give you the answers you seek and not the stories that you want to hear. You want to hear those stories? Go to somebody else. Let somebody else tell you a story. But I will call you out. I'm going to tell you, I don't see it that way, and that's not how I got coming across. A couple people told some stories last night. I'm not going to mention their names, even though I should have. But I saw through it. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the other readers here. So, if you want the truth, come to me with the question that you really have that's dear to your heart. We're going to tell you what Spirit has to say. Do what's right for you. That's what this is for. You know, I love you guys. I love that you guys come here, but it really, if you didn't realize the facial expressions and me being taken back, if I don't say it out loud, my face is gonna. So I have one of them faces that's just like, really? So, guys, just, if you're going to ask a question, ask it. But ask it right. Don't lie to me or try to manipulate, and this is what I'm talking about, manipulate the energy to try to make it something it's not. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you want to manipulate the energy that is? Because guess what? Not only do I read energy, but I read it in the way that it's being brought to me. I connect to the last energy. And if I'm reading the energy that you're providing for me and the information is wrong, it's going to come through scrambled. It's going to look like something that it's not. I'm going to be like, I don't know what the hell all this is, but this is what I got. And it may not be true. And I know this for all the other people that read here. If the energy's scrambled, it's going to suck for a reading. I just had to make that announcement because I thought it was pretty shitty. And even after the show, I had to go, I can't believe that. If you want to play Test the Psychic, I guess that you just want to waste my time. I guess you want to waste your time. So let's not do that no more. Because I read through it. I saw it. I'm not going to play games with you. If that's the case and I feel that you're lying to me, or if I see that you're lying to me, we'll move on to the next person. And I know that you guys do believe in me because I see a lot of you that are saying it. And this isn't directly to you, but I'm just making an announcement. Because I want to make sure that everyone knows that we're not going to play this. We're not going to play this game. I'll just check it and move on. I'll just say thank you, have a great night, and we'll keep moving on to the next people. Because there are people here that want real answers. Stories, go to some of those other psychics that I've seen out there. I know they're out there, big old storytellers, rubbing the crystal ball and acting all weird and stupid and spinning around in a chair, talking about, ooh. You don't have to do all that dumb shit to get a reading. If that's the kind of reading you want to, you're on the wrong channel. So, guys, get your questions ready. We're going to try to answer as many. And I see a bunch of you guys on here. Remember, guys, if you go to our YouTube channel, which is My Psychic Connection, like and subscribe to our channel there. You guys have the opportunity to get on 15 minutes before the show starts to say hi. That way you guys can get our list quicker. You can also jump the list and donate to us. When you do that, you jump the list. It guarantees your reading. We do the jumps for the first 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, you can't jump. But if you're already on the jump list, we haven't got to you, we are definitely going to get to your questions. So don't worry on that. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm here with some amazing psychics. Hello, Faith. How are ya?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. I hope everybody else is doing good, too.
Oh, I'm sure they are. They're all laughing. They're like, damn, Dirty's pissed off. It's not pissed off. It's disappointing is what I got last night. So I was very disappointed.
I just want to add something as another reader to what you said, Journey, is a lot of people don't realize if you lie to us, the answer's not going to be correct anyway. Right. So why would you lie to us to get a false answer or for us to not receive the information correctly?
Well, people think that if they manipulate the words and manipulate the way it's being read, that they're going to hear what they want.
It doesn't change what you want.
Right. You may hear what you want, but you manipulated the energy in order to make it that way. So technically, just because you heard what you want doesn't mean you're going to get what you want. Because you support that fake energy. Anyway.
The thing is, too, people change. Like, they reword the question thinking that the answer is going to be different, and it's not, because it's still energy flow. And if you don't allow us to connect with your energy in the first place, then we can't read you. It's an energy exchange. That's why some readers are better for other people than others, because it's an energy exchange, and you have to be open for us to be able to help you.
Don't read for people that don't want to be read. All right, let's go ahead and say hi to Jesse. What's up, Jesse?
Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here.
All right. All right. A lot of people here are trying to get their questions answered tonight, so I hope everybody is ready. Remember, we got the jump list here, so if you guys want to jump, go ahead and hit the jump button. All right, well, let's see who's first on our list tonight. Jalapeno Popper, get your question ready. Throw it at us. And Virgo Queen, get your question ready. You'll be right after Jalapeno. Everybody's like, we're going to have to rewind and watch. Absolutely, because you're going to watch me go, well, that's not your boyfriend. I see you as single. That type of stuff was happening last night. It was terrible. I felt bad saying it. I don't like calling somebody out like that, but I had to. It was nonsense.
Journey, I've done it on air a couple times too. So
I know, it just makes me feel bad that I have to call somebody out like that, and it just, it's not cool. All right, so we got Jalapeno Popper. Jalapeno says, "Hi, what do you see for my daughter in future regarding job, relationship, kids, anything you see for her?" All right, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you what I see for the kid situation. It is being told that kids will be a kid will be a part of her future. But that's all you're allowed to know. So there's a reason for that, and I feel as though from what I'm seeing here that it's a time it's not anytime soon.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I know that you would like to be a grandmother faster, but it's going to take time. I'm seeing at least 2 to 3 years, at least. Now, anything can change. If she decides to change her path, then that may change. But as of right now, nope. Looks like it's going to take a while. All right. So the other thing when it comes to jobs, I do feel as though getting a job of what she's looking to do will require school. And I keep seeing school being brought up numerous times. So that's something that I see that is not a bad thing. So the thing is that you need to be able to, move yourself forward and be supportive. Is when she talks about school, definitely support that because it's going to bring a better job for her and make things feel more secure and more solid for her. She graduated associate social work. That's not done. She's not done. There's more schooling coming. But just hang on to that. And I'm glad she graduated. Congratulations on that. But I definitely feel like there's more to come. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Jesse. We're going to see what the cards have to say about it. And here he is.
Well, the first card I pulled is the Hermit, saying spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery, and listen to your inner voice. The second card is Strength. It's about being stronger than you realize, having great inner strength, and to release first judgments. The third card is the Three of Earths. It's the power of creativity and recognition for being a team player. I hope that helps.
All right, let's pass it over to Faith.
Hey, Jalapeno, aka Alicia. We've touched on this several times when you came on air. I do see all those things for your daughter, and I agree with Journey. I don't see any kids for her right now. I don't see it for about 2.5 to 3 years. I also see more schooling. But I'm going to say here, even though she has a social work degree, I see some type of doctorate. Now, I don't know how long that would take her on top of what she's already done, but I'm seeing a doctorate in something. So, I see further schooling. And I also see, even though she's done the social work stuff, I'm also seeing that she might do something medical on top of that or get some type of medical certification or degree because I keep getting medical things with her as well with school. So it's kind of a combination of things. I do see one child for her as well. There's a possibility of more, but I definitely do see one child for her coming to the forefront. But I agree with Journey. I don't think that that's completely determined yet. So I don't think that you're supposed to know everything just yet. What was she saying, Journey? I know she said something.
She took a year in nursing first, then quit.
Okay, then that's what I'm being shown. Well, there's something with her doing something else with medical because I keep getting it, or I wouldn't seeing it. She may not. I keep seeing like she's gonna further what she's already done, possibly with the social work, because I keep getting a doctorate. So she's gonna get a doctorate in something. And it may be social work because you can get to that level with social work. But I think ultimately the social work is a good choice for her, but I do advise because your daughter's very empathic. And so I do advise that, she be started with not absorbing anybody's energies. So that's just something to be aware of, Alicia. But overall, I feel good things for her.
She said, oh, okay. All right. All right, we got some people that have jumped the list. So, Virgo Queen, hold on to your question. We will be grabbing yours here in just a little bit. I need Tina M to go ahead and throw us her question. Tina M, go ahead and throw us your question. And then Taylor Washington, get your question ready. You'll be right after Tina. She said, thank you. You are
You're
welcome.
Alicia.
You're welcome.
All right. And we lost Jesse.
He'll be back. I couldn't hear him really well, Journey.
He's talking really low.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if it was something to do with his sound or if he was just talking low. I like your bow tie tonight, Journey.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Welcome.
All right. Well, we've got Tina here. Tina said, wanted to know what you see for me relationship wise coming. Okay. So right off the bat, when it comes to relationship for me, when it comes to you, two things. The first one is the person you and I have talked about before resurfaces, starts to show more attention, stops playing the nonsense game. Now, with that being said, not the only game in town, because I'm seeing somebody, I don't always pick up letters, but this time I actually feel, I'm actually seeing the letter B. The letter B keeps coming through, and it's coming through really strong. And I don't know if it's Bo or Bice or Brian or whatever else starts with a B. But the thing is that this person comes in. I'm seeing a 5-year age gap, though. So you're going to be 5 years younger than this gentleman that's walking into your life. I do see that they do something with electronics. I keep seeing lots of wires. Like I don't know if he works for like a production company or something to that nature, but I'm seeing like music equipment, lighting, computers, something to that. So it runs around entertainment. Not like he's in Hollywood or something, but for maybe he's doing something for a theater or something to that nature, or he does events or something. But this is what I'm seeing when it comes to that. This person will be around you within the next 3 weeks. So that being said, and knowing that somebody's coming into your life, the energy is showing me here that once that happens and you start to show yourself and to be interested in somebody, the person from the past will reappear. So get prepared for that. All right, I'm going to pass this over to Jesse and see what his cards have to say for you. Jesse, what do you got for her?
Well, the first card I have is the Sun. It's about happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, and to have confidence in yourself. And this card also means if you think positively, beautiful things will start happening. The second card I have is Unity. It's about looking and finding like-minded friends and mentors. And the third card is the Six of Water. It's memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. And that's what I have tonight.
All right. Well, thank you, Jesse. I'm going to pass this over to Faith. Faith, what do you got?
Hey, Tina. So I agree, because I keep seeing this guy from the past popping in. And when this new person comes, and I feel, when Journey was reading you, the name that I kept getting was Ben. So look for a Ben or a Benjamin. This guy, I see the wires too, and I want to say it is some type of production, or I don't know, because it's like the thicker cables, just like Journey said. This guy has darker features, darker hair, and a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful smile. I think he might speak Spanish. Very energetic. There are other siblings that are younger around him. He's very close to his mother. He's very financially stable, and you will have a very strong physical chemistry with him. He's, I don't want to say like he's not skinny at beanpole skinny. He's slender build, and his chest is kind of broad because I feel like he works out. Um, and I think he drives like a burgundy colored car. There's also a white car in his driveway too, but I think he lives with family in a brick house. It looks like it's a brick house, and I'm just telling you every little detail I get because I tend to do that. Astrologically, I feel like he might be a Libra, with a Gemini rising, which is kind of interesting, or a Gemini with a Libra rising. Okay, but he's super, super sweet, and I think that you'll like him a lot. You're gonna have some choices to make because the ex is gonna come back around, but ultimately you have to look at the situation and really look at not what your choices are, but what you want to do with those choices and what you deserve. Do you deserve a new beginning, or do you deserve for the ex and you to repeat the same cycle?
Thank
So
you.
you're welcome. I hope that helps you, Tina.
All right. Tina, thank you so much for your question tonight. And remember, when you decide to start meeting other people and start dating, the man from the past starts walking his happy ass right back into your life. So,
Yep.
something to think about. All right. Let's keep on going here. Taylor Washington. Taylor, go ahead and throw us your question. And Sydney Thompson, get your question ready. You'll be after Taylor. Guys, we got about 7 minutes left to jump the list. So if you want to guarantee your read, you got 7 minutes to jump the list. After that, we won't take any more jumps and we'll just go straight down our list. All right, Taylor's here. Taylor says, I want to know Edward's intentions and feelings towards me. I want to know, will it go further? Don't put the question on the screen, please. Oh, well, it's a little late for that. But the thing about Edward is I do feel like the intentions are there, and I do feel like you have the opportunity to go further and the opportunity to, have a relationship, but it is going to take time. I keep seeing their fear of commitment, full commitment. Now, he can commit himself in a sense that he could be around you, he could be with you. It will feel like a relationship, but the full-fledged commitment to the relationship puts fear in his heart. He's been in bad situations. He's been in bad relationships. And every time he puts his heart on his sleeve, it's been crushed. And he doesn't like the feeling, so he's been overly guarded, and then always ends up falling for these people that pretend to love him. So that's where these walls were built up. And so it's taking the wall down brick by brick is going to be that to me is the struggle. Because it's not that you guys can't be together. It's that taking a wall down brick by brick rather than just smashing through it is going to be something that's going to be a little bit harder because it's going to take more patience. So as long as you have the patience, you'll have the time and the energy to put forth. It actually builds a better relationship for the two of you. It says, I manifest for the emotional available man. He must think I'm still his money or something. No, he's not worried about the money situation, honey. I don't feel like it's something that's financial. It's more of his heart and having that connection that he shares that type of energy with. Said how long? That's up to him, honestly. I can't really pinpoint a time frame on it, but I just wanted to let you know that it is going to be a long process that's going to take some time. We're going to throw this over to Jesse and see what his cards have to say for you. Jesse, what do you got?
Okay, well, the first card's the Four of Fire. It's all about contentment, peace, abundance, happiness, and a happy home life. The second card's the Nine of Air. It's expecting the worst, sleepless nights, and self-fulfilling prophecies. But when this card comes up, it's a reminder to stay positive and not to focus on all the bad things that are going on. And the third card's the Queen of Earths. It's saying to make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, and deal with issues with a kind, understanding manner. I hope that helps you tonight.
All right, good information on them cards, and we lost Jesse again. I'm going to throw this over to Faith and see what she's got.
Hey, sweetheart. So one of the things I want to say to you is time. You have time with this, so stop rushing for the intensity of the commitment because it's there. The potential's there, but you're like pushing for it energetically, assuming that he's going to walk away because what you guys have is so good. So I don't want you to like push that energy forward for something he's not ready for. It doesn't mean, like Journey said, that he's not going to be ready for it or that you can't have it. He just has to work through some things within himself to know that this situation is not his previous situation. And you need to be comfortable and be assured in the relationship to know that this is a good thing, that sometimes we have to wait on the good things and work through the good things so that we can get to where we want to be. I feel that you ultimately will have that commitment and you will have from him what you're wanting to the degree that you're wanting, but you have to take the time to let it grow, just like Journey said, not because you can't have it, but because he's not in a place emotionally where he can give you that full intensity right now. And even when we are in relationships, okay, the commitment doesn't come instantaneously. It just doesn't. And he's so broken that he has so much that he has to work through. I feel love there for you. I feel the intention to have commitment with you, but just don't push it so fast energetically because he's not ready for it. So what I would say is time. And when you do get that, you know, when you give that time, the time will be good for him and for you because you will have grown spiritually while he's growing spiritually, and you'll both be in a better place in the end.
All right. Thank you so much, Taylor. We do appreciate your question. Hope that helps. All right, Sydney Thompson, go ahead and get your question ready. Don't post it just yet. We're going to take your question right after our break. And then Susan Pez, go ahead and get your question ready as well. But Sydney will be first. We'll be right back after these messages.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
All right, guys, we are back. Now, guys, remember our show is only an hour during the summer. So we only do hour shows during the summer. So if you don't get on a chance to ask your question tonight, we'll be back tomorrow night. You guys can ask your questions then. You can also just jump the list. We're not taking any more jumps tonight, but we will take some first thing. The first half an hour of the show, we take our jump, and that's a guaranteed read from all three of us. So you'll get just a few minutes with each one of us. If you want a more in-depth reading, go to mypsychicconnection.com, sign up, get free minutes when signing up, and your chance to talk to the psychic of your choice. Something new and fun and exciting for you guys. We do have the chat is available. Finally, we got through all the bugs and everything going on. So now we have chat. So now you're able to chat with us and call us either way. And what's coming next is video conference with us. So you'll have that opportunity to do video chats with us instead of just a call or a chat. Sometimes it's nice to see the other person's face. All right. So we've got Sydney. Sydney's here. Sydney says, hey, y'all, do you see anything going on with me and one of my guy friends? Such a tension, uncertainty, anything at all. I've been getting confused vibes, wanting to see if you guys pick up on it too or bring some clarity to the situation. Well, first of all, when it comes to this situation, I do feel that there are feelings on both ends. So you have these feelings, he's got these feelings. So I am picking it up on both ends. The weird vibe is not knowing how to act on those vibes due to the fact that there's friendship there, and how do I make this relationship, or how do I take that step into the relationship, and where, let's say, how does it not make it weird? You guys have been friends for so much longer than you would be going into that romantic gesture of a relationship. So will it become a relationship? I'm pretty sure is your next question on that is yes, it will. I don't feel like it's going to take a lot of time. But I'm going to say when it comes to there's odd flirting. I picked up some really odd flirting that's making you laugh. If you can, I know it's hard, and I'm having a hard time saying this without laughing myself. Try not to laugh because it's kind of like punching him. You know, like, you're my bro. That was funny. He's trying to flirt. He's feeling awkward and doesn't know how to quite do it because of the friendship in which you share. So try not to laugh when he throws out the corniness because I see it as corny, as the way I'm looking at it, and it's making you laugh. If you can get past that part and kind of accept it and kind of flirt back when you see him doing it a little bit, be cute about it. You know how you like to flirt, but just, that way the door will open a little bit more and it becomes more comfortable. The flirting becomes more intense, and then the weirdness slowly starts to walk out because now you've opened that door to, all right, we can cross that line now. So I hope that helps. I'm going to pass this over to Jesse, see what the cards have for you, and then we'll hand it over to Faith.
Hey there, I definitely agree with Journey. There's feelings there, but on both ends, like he said, and you guys don't know how to deal with it. But the first card I pulled for you tonight is the Lovers. It's intimate relationships, the good health. And this card also means communication is key right now, and that you can trust each other. The second card is the Queen of Water. It's saying relationship develop to a new level, to trust your intuition and to take care of yourself and others. The third card is the Queen of Earth, and this card's about making time for those that are around you and to deal with manners in a kind and understanding way. I hope that helps tonight.
All right, let's pass it over to Faith. Faith, what do you got?
Hey, so I agree with the guys. There is feelings on both ends. And I'm gonna just add some more to this that I was picking up clairvoyantly. I do feel that he really genuinely cares for you very, very much, and he wants something with you. But just like Journey said, there's this odd nervousness of how do I express this to her? how do we transition this, and how do I not feel awkward? Because there's an awkwardness to not wanting to lose you or to like pressure you to change it, or what happens if we do change it. So what I would say is I agree with Journey when he flirts with you, even though it's kind of corny. It's like, you know how in school when you were younger, a boy would pick on you or they would be mean to show affection towards you. Like Journey picks on me like I'm his little sister because he loves me. It's the same thing with him and you. He kind of gets corny because that's his comfort space. What I'm going to tell you is that I feel like by September, uh, this tension that you guys have is gonna dissipate. Like I feel like you guys will be on a different level. You'll see him over the next several weeks. I don't even think it's going to take till September, but I feel like by September, you guys will be in a relationship by that time. The chemistry with you guys is going to be very extreme and a really good thing because of the bond that you guys have. But when that gets physical, I just want you to know initially he's going to be scared because he's not going to want to lose you because it's going to be so intense. And because you guys do have this friendship base, just let him go through what he's going to go through. It's not going to be permanent. It'll be like 2 days where he gets kind of weird, and then he'll come and talk to you about it. Okay? But here's the thing. This is going to turn into something long-term and something really good for you between September and the end of the year. I feel Christmas time is going to be very significant for you guys. So just kind of let this run its course. I know you're going to talk to me and to Journey and to some of the other readers about this more while all of this is going on. But initially, I feel like this is going to really start to unfold around September. So just be aware of it. And it's going to be a progression where you're going to see him change toward you as this develops more. But it's going to be in a good way. And ultimately, I feel like this will be very good for both of you. The key is just to take things slow and not to be worried when he freaks out, because it's not going to be a permanent freak out. Okay?
All right. All right, so I need Susan. Susan Pez, go ahead and throw us your question. Or Paz. Thank you all. I appreciate your input. No problem.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
I know the flirting's gonna
You're welcome.
that flirting's gonna be a little awkward, but I definitely feel like you can get through it. It's kind of painful to watch a little bit. It was funny to me when I seen it. I was like, oh, he doesn't know how to do this. So
not with her because they're so close. He's like, how do I?
He's scared.
Yeah, it's the friendship.
Yeah.
Awkward. But that awkwardness goes away. All right, Susan's here. Susan says, do you have any message from my late husband, Willie Pez? All right, so Susan, right off the bat, the first thing I need to ask you is, when was his passing? Can you tell me when his passing was, please?
I feel like it was recent. Rather recent.
That's why I'm asking the question, because I don't do mediumship unless it's been 6 months.
He feels new to me, like.
Mm-hmm. Susan, can you please give me his date? November of 2020. So it is recent, but close enough for me to take a look and see what's going on. Somebody asked why 6 months. The reason I ask questions on 6 months is because when a spirit crosses over, they need time for transitioning, and you don't want the spirit to become earthbound. They need to be able to cross over to get to the other side to find out, everything that we're going to find out when we cross over. And the last thing you want to be doing is being stuck in one one dimension. You want to be able to cross over. You need to go meet your maker. You need to make peace with your life. There's a lot of things that you need to do on the other side that if some spirits get stuck on this side, don't have the opportunity to get the full understanding. And that's how you can find spirits that do get stuck here. They end up being angry, or they end up being something or some way that they're not, because they don't know how. And it can be frustrating. But let's get into the question. Question is, any messages from your husband? I'm not talking to him directly because he's not with me. I'm assuming he's with Faith. It's like
Yes, he is.
over there. I feel like he's over there talking her directly.
Sorry, Journey.
He likes the female energy more so than the masculine energy, so he's more comfortable speaking with the female. So I'm going to leave that to Faith to communicate with that. The only thing that I saw here that was coming through psychically is taking care of finances, kind of putting things in place, finding yourself to get organized. That seems to be very important right now. It's like he just confirmed it. He's still talking to Faith, but he's just confirmed it. Just a quick yes. But the thing is like getting things organized, getting things ready, prepare yourself, because I feel as though you've been scrambled, and we're sorry for your loss. And he's with you quite a bit, trying to comfort you. At the same time, he's not trying to have you hold on to him either, so you can heal. And he says the healing process was really hard for you and still is to this day. Letting you know that he's there. But the only thing that I saw that was very strong and significant is getting things organized. And it was on a financial matter that needs to get those types of things taken care of. So I'm going to pass this over to Jesse. I'm going to see what his cards got to say for you along with messages. And then Faith's talking to Willie right now. So we'll see what he has to say.
Hey there. The first card I pulled for you is the Page of Air, which when a page is pulled, it means a message is coming from Spirit. But it's saying challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. And this could also mean a message is coming from someone pretty blunt. The second card is the Three of Air. It's saying great sadness, take time to heal, and need to forgive yourself and others. And the third card is the Dreamer. It's telling you to take a leap of faith, to follow your dreams, and unexpected opportunities are coming, and that you can make anything happen if you believe in yourself. And I hope that helps you tonight.
All right, let's go ahead and pass this over to Faith. What does Willie got to say, Faith?
Okay, so first of all, let me touch on a few things before I even say anything. Your husband's energy is like really hyper, because I feel like he's been trying to get through to you for some time, but he says you don't listen. And he's talking to me a mile a minute because he wants to make sure I tell you everything correctly. Okay? So, that being said, the first thing I want to touch on, because this seems significant to me, is that I feel like his death was unexpected. And when I say unexpected, I mean everybody's death is unexpected sometimes, but I'm talking about like this wasn't like a health thing or something that was prolonged. He's making me feel like this was all of a sudden and this was out of nowhere, and it threw you for a loop. He says that you were the strength of the family, but even after he passed, like everything went on you, and you guys kind of balanced each other out. And he says, I'm sorry that I struck her with so much unfinished business. He's showing me his chest, like his chest was crushed, or there was an issue with his chest, with things being crushed, and you just trying to be like an Ironside wall and not express emotions and not really mourn and hold everything in. He said he doesn't want you to do that. You still haven't really cried and released this burden to God. You've just been trying to maintain, and he gets that. But he says until you mourn him, you can't really get over the hurdles that you're having to get over. Now, I'm not talking about breaking down and having a nervous breakdown, weeping. I'm talking about really letting yourself feel, because you're not letting yourself feel. And he says, that's not my wife. She's very transparent. But she's trying to be too tough right now. And he says, your finances will get under control, okay? But you have to take a step back from everything. You're trying to do too much all at once. And he doesn't want you to get on overload. His energy is very strong, and he is with you. He says he loves you, and he wants you to turn the music up. So there's something about music, and how music is something that was always in your home or in your car. You guys used to listen to music a lot. He says she needs to cook out too, because cooking out is a release for you guys, or something that you guys did. And he's also showing me church. So I don't know if church was significant for you guys as a family or as a couple, or spirituality, but he's showing me to get back to your roots of knowing God, and knowing that God is there and that he is there and he loves you. And if you want a more detailed reading with me, with him, he's coming through very strong. I have no doubt that he would come through for me again, because he likes to talk. So if you want to call me on the site so you can get a more detailed reading where I have more time to connect with him and not just these couple minutes, please call me, because I would be glad to try to help you with this, because he's coming through very strong. But I hope some of my messages that he gave me for you connected with you and resonated with you and will help you.
As I said, he was over at Faith's house talking to her.
He's talking so fast.
Chatting her away.
He really liked communicating with you, so that's why I gave her the message that I was seeing psychically as well. And he confirmed a few things, but mainly was conveying a lot of information to you. So I'm glad we were able to connect with him, Susan. She says, "Thank you. I will call you." That's amazing.
And for everybody watching and listening, I will be on the site tomorrow taking calls. So anybody who's been trying to get me, I will be on tomorrow.
All right. You guys heard it straight from the horse's mouth. All right, Desiree, go ahead and throw us your question. You are next on our list. Desiree Wimmer. All right, guys. Now, remember, we are here tomorrow night, so if you don't get your chance to get your question on here tonight, try tomorrow. We will be here Friday. We're going to be doing some talks about witchcraft and getting some better understandings of what that is and what good things or bad things, because trust me, a lot of people twist things, and it has a lot to do with energy. So got some cool facts that I want you guys to understand and learn, because it's really interesting that we could take a science approach to this situation. All right, so Desiree's here. It says, "I'm here. Sorry, is there anyone trying to contact with me or connect with me?" All right, so when it comes to communication, I do see your own guides trying to communicate with you. That was something that was coming through like right off the bat. They're like, "Yeah, we've been trying to contact her, but we keep getting a busy signal." That's because you've been ignoring yourself. You seem to be paying attention to other things or other people, because dealing with the things you've got in front of you right now don't seem to be as easy, and you're not hearing your own, like, you're second guessing yourself is what I'm getting. So you're second guessing yourself for you, but you're not second guessing yourself for other people, which I understand. Some people do that. We go into these energies and we start reading for other people without realizing we're doing it, or helping people through a problem rather than paying attention to the things that we've got going on at home. And then we start second guessing ourselves about some of our issues because we don't want to hear what we already feel and know. And so the energy that I see circling it is that things are going to get better, but your guides are screaming at me and they're like, "Tell her to start listening to herself. Tell her that, the things that she's wanting to do is going to move her forward." I feel like you're putting things, I'll do it tomorrow. Don't procrastinate. Now is not a time to procrastinate. It's saying it's a time to get things done so you can move to the next level. I see really good things for you on the horizon, and it looks like you have plans to do things that you've been waiting to do. Now is the time. Now is the time to get those things put together and move yourself in a new direction, because you're kind of feeling a little burnout and you feel like you're doing the same old same over and over again. So it's time for things to change. So it's time for you to start listening to you and move yourself forward, because I'm going to tell you right now, honey, awesome things on the horizon for you. I'm talking about just being secure 100%, even financially. Love department, everything just rises to the top. So it's really going to be a strong connection for you if you pay attention to you and start listening to yourself. I'm going to pass this over to Jesse and see what the cards have to say for you.
Hello, what I got for you tonight, the first card's the Four of Air, and it's all about taking time to rest, to heal, and like taking a vacation. And it may not mean like a vacation, like going out to the beach, but taking care of yourself and your spiritual needs. It's also saying to allow more time before making decisions. The second card I got for you tonight is the Queen of Water, and it's telling me to tell you to trust your intuition. And the third card is the Dreamer. It's a leap of faith and to follow your dreams. And I hope that helps you tonight.
All right, let's pass this over to Faith. Faith, what you got?
Hey, Desiree. I hope you're having a good night. I just want to touch on a few things that Journey said. I feel also part of what's going on with you is you need to cleanse your energy, because you are picking up so many other people's things and trusting spirit for other people's stuff. When you feel things around people, you need to clean off that energy. You're not doing that, and I'm concerned psychically that you can make yourself sick energy wise if you don't do that, so that you can take a step away from that a little bit and really look at yourself and take some time for yourself. And once you do that, just like Journey said, everything is going to kind of come together for you. This next I want to say 3 to 6 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, is really going to be a transition period for you, where things are just going to start to unfold. Don't question it. You tend to, when good things happen to you, you question it and are always like, when's the next bad thing going to happen? When's the shoe going to drop? Don't do that, because doors are about to open for you that you wouldn't expect to, but they're ultimately going to be good things for you. And God has heard your prayers, because you've really been praying and working hard to have good things and to try to claim them and manifest them. But there's a certain level in you where you don't expect them. You're like, well, I'm going to ask God for this, and I think this will happen to me, but I don't really think I deserve it. So when you put that energy out that you don't deserve it, that's like blocking your blessing, and you don't want to do that. So just continue with what you're doing, but know that things are about to change, but you have to open yourself up to them and also cleanse your energy a little bit. And if you don't know how to do that, there's different ways. Like Journey always says to ground yourself, to put your hands and your feet in the dirt. I do Epsom salts and bathe with Epsom salts on my sponge or on a washcloth. And the other thing that I do is at night, after, when I know I've given a lot of readings, when I lay down at night and I say my prayers, I ask God to take away any energy that's not mine, that's not connected to me, anybody's emotional baggage or anything empathically that I've picked up on that's not mine. Because if we carried around everybody's energy as readers, we'd be going crazy. But I hope that helps you, and just hang in there, Desiree. Okay, sweetheart?
All right. Well, thanks, Desiree. We appreciate your question. I hope that helped, that your guides are calling your name, girl. So pay attention and listen to yourself. That little voice, that gut feeling, start listening to it. You'll be heading down the right path once you do. All right, I need Roxana. Roxana, go ahead and throw us your question. All right, we got Roxana here. Roxana says, so my boyfriend and I got into a fight, and 2 weeks later, he decided that the fight that we had was over me closing his or cloning his phone. I was in the wrong. Everybody has the right to their privacy, but I just don't understand how he can go from loving me to blocking me on the phone. Absolutely will not talk to me. It's like he hates me. It's been almost a week and a half. So can you tell me anything? Can you tell me anything? I miss him and love him, and he has been good to me. But the past week, he is so mean. Is there anyone? If there's anyone, all right. So I'm gonna go off of what I see so far. What I can tell you on the situation. There's going to be a gap in communication. I know that he's being mean, and I feel like it's going to continue. I want to say otherwise, but I honestly don't feel like that is going to be anything that's going to be solved anytime soon. Now, for him to come back around and communicate with you, I'm going to tell you this is going to take at least a month's time for communication. And it's not even like real communication. It's like maybe a little small talk here and there. But as for you guys coming back together in a relationship, I don't see that. So I'm going to say that there will be small talk. I mean, it doesn't seem like that type of energy is going to get any better. So unfortunately, it's like, I guess his feels like his trust has been broke or something to that nature, because this really put up a huge red flag, and I'm just not getting that this is a good thing, because I'm not seeing communication that is going to bring you guys back together. I wish I could say otherwise, but it's just not coming through for me on that. I am going to say that there is somebody watching over you, and they seem to have been very, very close to you. And the main message I got was they send their love, but I got to pass this over to Jesse to get his time in. Jesse?
Hello there. The first card I got for you tonight was a Two of Fire, and it's saying new partnerships or contracts and to continue to move forward. The second card is Release. It's saying the end of a situation or phase, and it's time to move on. And the third card is also saying desire to move on in a search for something more meaningful, and it's the Eight of Water. So with that, I believe it might be time to move on with that relationship, and I hope that helps.
All right, yeah, I did see she said her fiance was murdered in November of 2020. I did say it was him that says he's love you and he's there with you, but I'm going to pass this over to Faith.
Okay, sweetheart, I'm going to be really blunt with you, and I'm not usually the blunt one. It's usually Journey, but Spirit is telling me that I need to tell you like this. The reason that your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend isn't going to come back, and I don't see him coming back either, I'm sorry, but he considered that an invasion of privacy. And if you have to clone someone's phone, then you obviously don't have the right level of trust to be in a relationship. And he felt, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying what I feel from it, that was a complete invasion of privacy, and that you didn't trust him, and that was, I'm using his words, what I see psychically, that was a little bit crazy. That's why you, and I understand why you're very insecure about the relationship. I do. Okay. But Spirit, God allowed this to happen so that you would know not to do this next time. That's why this happened. You have to learn to communicate with people better. when you're in a romantic relationship. And I know that that's hard for you because of your fiance passing. Okay? I get why you're fearful of losing people and people walking away and not feeling loved, but this was not the right thing to do. And that's why. And I do see communication with this ex, just like Journey said, but it's going to be very small talk. And I feel like you're going to tell him, I'm sorry. Can we work this out? And he's going to tell you no, because for him, there's no way to build the trust back, because he feels like if you would do that, what else would you do? You have to learn to communicate better with people. I do see someone else coming. I feel like it'll be by November, and this person will be significant for you. But you have to learn trust boundaries, and this is not the best way to be in a relationship or to have the things that you're wanting. And I know why you did it. I understand psychically why you did it, but it's not really the best thing to do. I hope that helps, and I'm sorry that was harsh for me to have to tell you like that, but that's how I see it. And I wouldn't communicate with him, because he's going to say some not so nice things, because you kind of scared him that you did that, to be honest.
Right. Well, sometimes she's still going through a lot of
Yeah, I know.
a lot of problems with the absence of her fiance. So yeah, the trust was definitely broke way before this guy came into the picture. So she doesn't feel like she could trust anybody in the way that she once trusted him. And then he was also being shady. So there was a reason behind it. So she's already a raw emotion of nerves. And so then he starts acting weird and is guarding his phone like it's Fort Knox. And so she wanted to know what's up. And I understand where she was at, but...
And I got it. I understood it too. I saw it psychically, but I'm just saying what Spirit showed me was why he did that. And I'm going to tell you, because I am picking up off of your fiance that passed. He said, I'm sorry that I left you. He said, and he's showing me your big elaborate wedding that you had planned in your mind, whether you guys did action or not. He said he's going to send you someone. He will send you someone and pick through someone, but that person, you're not going to be ready for that person for about 16 months.
But the thing here, too, is that this person is in law enforcement of some kind. That was something that came through very strongly.
Well, I don't see this person coming for her for about 16 months. But this person will be significant, and you will love them a lot. And your ex that passed away is going to send this person. I feel like this person's going to be Italian, too. So, just be aware of that you do have good things coming for you, but don't push things. And this person that left, that you did that to with the phone, this person is not that person. So don't try to make that person this person. Okay? Because you're not wanting to be alone. You're really still sad about the situation with your fiance. And I think you're questioning a lot of things, but it's not time yet. You're not healed yet. And when you are healed, God is going to bring this other person. And I see this person, and your ex that's crossed over is going to bring this person to you too. He's going to have a lot of similarities, and he's going to be funny and stable. And his family's going to really love you. It's going to be some good things, but you're not ready right now. And if you want a reading, because I'm picking up off of your ex crossed over very easily. So if you want a reading with me, like a longer reading, call me on the site and I'll be glad to help you. But this person is not the person. And I feel like that's why God allowed this to happen. I ultimately feel like this person would have been abusive to you physically. And I think that's why he was pushed out like the way he was. So for that, I'm glad that you're not with him anymore.
I didn't see nothing but control and abuse. That was something I saw in that situation. All right, guys, that is our show tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. So, guys, get your questions ready. If you didn't get your opportunity to get a read with us tonight, tune in tomorrow night. It'll be myself, Gifts of Faith, and Jesse Slate. And then Friday, we'll be here doing some witchcraft information that I would love to exchange with you guys, because we're going to add a little science. We're going to put a little magic. We're going to put a little hocus pocus. We're going to add it out all together and magically how it all works out. All right, guys. Until then, this is Journey Ryan, Gifts of Faith, and Jesse Slate.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye,
I'll be on
everybody.
the site tomorrow, too, if you need me.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.